guys, welcome to the Jaie Williams experience. I am your host, Jaie Williams, and I am so super excited because I have an amazing, beautiful, badass boss in the building with me. She is the owner and founder and proprietor of none only than Houston Locs. She actually keeps my hair together. Hello. And I want to introduce y'all to her because I love her and I know you will too. Her name is Marie Munoz.
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 Yes. Munoz.
Thank you. Sorry. But I want to introduce you to her and just kind of talk about how I met Marie. Y'all, let me just say this. She is a light. She has the best energy, and I love her so much because she has really helped me through this journey of locking my hair. It's a thing now.
It's definitely a journey.
It's a journey, right? Okay, so let me just tell y'all. First of all, welcome, Marie. Thank you for being here.
I appreciate you having me.
Yes, it's my pleasure that you're here, and I thank you.
Good to be here.
Yes. So let me just tell y'all. So I actually started following Marie like 2 years ago, right? Because I was considering locking my hair. I've always loved it. And people that know me know I love a protective style, right? Because it's just easy. The get up and go is just I'm about that life. Okay. So I followed her. And then one day I just had the desire to just see what it was about. And so I reached out to her, which was super easy, got an appointment for a consult.
Yeah.
Right? So when I was following her on Instagram, I don't think you were in your salon suite at the time.
The salon I'm in now is off of Westheimer, and the one that you came to, the prior, it was Phoenix Salon Suite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So when I went to meet with her, she looked at my hair, which my hair's really, really fine, y'all. And she said, you know what, we could do this. Right. And I was so excited. I was like, girl, how much? Let's just do it because I'm ready. Well, we did it. Right. And when she started doing she told me what the process consisted of because, okay, so first of all, I know a lot of people want to do locks, but the challenge for me was starting from scratch.
Yeah. I think starting from the very beginning is like the hardest part for everybody.
Yes.
And some people choose to even not start the traditional way. So the traditional way is to do with your real hair, do the comb coil or 2-strand twist.
Yes.
And just let it grow. And you go through all these different stages, which for some people, they take it like as a spiritual journey. Because in all honesty, when you go natural, that is kind of stripping you of your ego. And then having locks, period, as well, like there is no weave, there is no perm, there is no, sometimes there is no coloring, right away and things like that. So all of the how do you say, the fancy and frivolous things we spend our money on as far as our hair, it kind of just, you have to let it, you're from scratch, right? So you have to be completely natural. And that's not hot. That's not easy.
It's a commitment for sure. It's a commitment.
Because sometimes I think, and if we go even further back, it's more like for so many years, you're taught that the European look, straight and silky, and you grow up thinking that is beauty.
Yes.
And I think society thinks that that's beauty. And we are learning in the past couple of years, even maybe a little bit before the pandemic and maybe 2 years before. And then also going through the pandemic, learning, hey, this is I'm fine with my real hair.
I'm actually beautiful with it.
Yeah. And people are starting to realize that or fall in love, I guess you could say, with their natural beauty.
Yes.
And, I've had some clients say that out of all the hairstyles that they've tried, weave, braids, wigs, relaxer, everything, that once they got locks, they felt themselves. Like they said, I feel like this is me.
This is me.
So that is the upside of that. But I guess I wouldn't say the downside, but the more challenging part is really giving up your ego to feel as beautiful as you do with weave, or how you feel with braids.
Yes.
I even did like faux locks for a while, and some clients do before they actually go into the real journey. Some people are so nervous about it and don't really know what to expect, so they'll get the fake locks first, the ones that are temporary and they can come out for 2 months, and then before they actually take on the real journey, because the real journey, once you have them, I mean, you can comb them out, obviously, but something like what you have, it's permanent.
Yes.
And that took me 20 hours to do your hair.
22 hours, actually.
2 days.
We got to know each other very well.
Yeah, I think it was over the course of 2 or 3 days, but it took me a long, and that was really the first time that I was doing handmade from scratch.
So y'all, let me just tell you, as Marie just talked about, starting from scratch was not an option for me. Okay. I understand the journey.
Right.
And I do understand everyone's journey is different. However, for me, because my natural hair is so fine, the idea of it was not popular for me, to say the least. And so Marie said, one of the things that I wanted to do was try the permanent lock extensions, which it's kind of a, I don't want to say a cheat to get there, but kind of is, because you kind of...
You speed up the process.
You speed up the process.
Speed up the process about a year.
Exactly.
Yeah, and even, I know some people don't know, but with instant locking as well, so you have, like I said, the regular comb coil that you go through all the stages. And then there is something called instant locking. You instant lock your real hair. You don't put extensions on. But that is speeding up the process, maybe 8 months to a year. For the client, so they can not have any budding or frizziness or anything like that. And then there's the extensions, which is another step ahead. And people who start naturally, they do call it cheating because you didn't go through the whole, you know, entire process. But like I said, so I think everybody has their own journey. Well, everybody does have their own journey. And I think everyone should do what is best, what feels good to them to do, because the ultimate goal is to feel beautiful. And, if you get locks and, you hate them the whole time, which a lot of people, they do not like the journey in the beginning. If you're going completely natural, sometimes they just don't want to do it. And they're not enjoying it. So when you don't enjoy something like that, then you really don't even want to do it anymore.
It's true.
I have seen a lot of people start and then stop and start, or comb them out or do something else. I try to give my clients options. Like if you are starting naturally and you want to get some faux locks on top to add some length or some braids or whatever, just kind of to help enhance until they get comfortable with having locks. Because once you do get used to them, you start to fall in love with them. And then it's much easier when you're enjoying a journey. It's definitely more pleasant and easier to continue when you feel good about it.
I agree. I agree. I know for myself, it was a long process to get them, but I fell in love with them immediately. But one of the things that Marie explained to me was the budding process, because I do want my natural hair to lock. And one of the things that I've noticed is, like, I will go and see Marie maybe once every 6 to 8 weeks. And so during that time, I'll have a lot of new growth, right? And so my question to you, though, is the new growth. So why isn't, I guess, coming out of the scalp, it's not going to actually bud.
It's not going to be locked right away. Unless you're getting that like continuous maintenance, then it's going to mat up itself. But especially for your hair, when clients have soft hair, and that's either people who have straight hair, like Hispanic hair, Asian, white, mixed. When you have that very fine, soft hair, it's very hard to, it's not going to just mat up by itself.
Right.
So there's some help. That's why I do a lot of crochet maintenance. So crochet is with the needle kind of going in and matting it up, tangling it up for you. So we can kind of continue to get it locked and stuff like that. So everybody, it's crazy because everybody needs something different. Some people only just need a retwist. Some people need crochet. Some people need, a lot of prayer. Some people need, everybody needs something different. So it's been really, I feel like it's been cool to see so many different textures of hair come through.
Yeah.
And even like straight hair. I did straight hair today.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's, I want to say she's Middle Eastern. I don't know exactly where she's from. I've gone to California to do Japanese guy's hair. He had straight silky hair.
Oh, wow.
And he wanted locks. So
How long did that
I locked
take?
it up. His took 6 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it was just his natural hair.
Okay.
And I just crocheted it from the root all the way down to the end, and he was so happy. And everywhere that was one of the most rewarding, one of the times that being a loctician was rewarding for me, because everywhere he went, they told him they couldn't do his hair.
Wow.
And so you get a lot of that, especially people, if they don't have kinky afro hair, anywhere they go, they just don't want to do hair. It's not black. If for some reason, it's either two things. They don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
They don't want to see a non-black person have locks. And so I've run into that. And that's very interesting.
It's very interesting.
I mean, there's more to that, so we won't get into today. But it's a thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing for someone to reject someone and not do their hair because they're not black. And they think they should not have locks.
Wow.
So, and it's crazy because even like the European people, like Switzerland, Sweden, London, they love locks. They have locks. They have half a head of locks. Yeah. Or like the girl I did today, she has peekaboo locks, where it's locks under the straight hair. Mm-hmm. And so there's so many different versions, of locks. And so that's really been my most rewarding, especially going to Switzerland. And
yes, because she is international. Hello. She is.
So it's been cool.
Yeah. Well, you're truly an artist. And to be able to, not have to specifically work with certain hair types, that you can pretty much work with any hair type and make it happen is awesome.
I had somebody call me the day before yesterday to ask if I could do locks on his poodle. I don't know what the reason. It's a hair. It's like a hair loss situation with the dog. Okay. I don't know what it is. But anyway, so I'll let you know how that goes. But yes.
See, so, an artist right here.
Dogs do have long hair.
Yes, there are.
I think his dog's having some kind of issue. I don't know what it is.
And what kind of dog is it?
That long. It's a poodle.
Oh, right. Wow. And their hair's kind of kinky.
I think it's one of the big ones, and he has like really, really long, big hair, and he doesn't want to shave it off. So he asked me if I could put locks on the poodle. I said, sure.
Yeah.
Just bring him by.
I'll see.
Consultation. That would be probably the ultimate.
Oh wow! I cannot wait to hear about that one.
I'm excited to see how that goes.
I love it. Well, I just know that from my own personal experience, it has been amazing. I love my locks. I will never ever go back. And let me just say, when I walked into my corporate job with my locks for the first time,
what they say?
I mean, well, okay, so let me just back up. I've always switched my hair. Mm-hmm. Like I would change my style often. Yeah. So it wasn't really a big surprise until they realized that it was permanent. And then it was like, oh. And I said, yeah, it is. And
so they thought you just came in with a new hairstyle.
Okay. Yes. And no, this is forever. And I absolutely love it. It has been the best journey. But while I'm talking about the journey for me, but with Marie, her journey is so interesting from my perspective. So like I said, I saw Marie on Instagram. I reached out to her. She did my hair. She was in a suite. One. Mm-hmm. When I came back to get my locks done, she had 2 suites because she had grown. Right. Like we're talking like within maybe a month, maybe 5 weeks, maybe.
Yeah, and I think at that location, within a month I was there, I had to get a second suite.
Yeah.
I had 4 or 5 locticians, and then I had to get a third suite.
A third one.
We had 5 or 6, and then I had to get a 4th suite because we had 7 locticians. So
in how much time? Like
probably within 6 months.
Yeah. Within 6 months, y'all, she had expanded Houston Locs. This is how blessed her business is. Okay.
And it's been a good journey. I think the only challenging part about business, not necessarily being a loctician, but business period, is having to make sure that all the personalities that are under one roof, that we're all, able to work as a team, because that's challenging. And it's not because of it's not necessarily because of each person individually. Sure. Because the ladies that are at the salon, and also we have two guys, the barber and one loctician. They're great. Like everybody's great, right? But even when you in families, You have, cousins, aunts, and everything. You don't get it. Everybody has a different point of view.
Yeah.
Everyone has a different preference.
Yeah.
Everyone has a different work ethic. Everybody has a different. So it's just kind of coming together and making sure that we're all doing the best work possible, which is always, I'm so proud to see how, like the videos and pictures and stuff come out, when they post their work, because I feel like some of the best locticians have come through, and everyone, Absolutely. Like I said, everyone has their own journey. So some people either decide, hey, I'm not going to do hair anymore, or hey, I'm going to do hair from home.
Yep.
Or, I'm going to get my own space, which is the goal.
Of course.
Is for someone to grow and get their own, start to bring their own dreams and visions to life as far as what they want to do. Yeah. So I don't think I ever really expect anyone to stay forever.
Yeah.
But, and I as well have things that I'm trying to work towards. So it's been a juggle for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because, we talk in the appointments, mentally, emotionally, financially. It's running a business is not for everybody.
No, it is not. It's not for the faint of heart. It is not for the weak.
It's not
Absolutely
for the weak.
Not. Absolutely not. But she does it with grace. Like, I never see her, and I don't care if she is stressed, her clients don't know. Because she's so professional, and she does have very professional employees. Well, I don't want to say employees, but locticians. They're independent, right?
Yes, they're independent.
And they're always so nice, and the salon is always so immaculate. Like, it is just a great place. But Marie has been a blessing to a lot of people. And sometimes I think being a blessing, we're blessed to be a blessing, right? And so the goal is you've had some opportunities to have some locticians and some amazing people, and maybe some have gone on to their own journey, but that was the journey for them, right?
Right.
Which is beautiful.
I do feel blessed to be able to provide a platform.
Yes.
For people to build their clientele if that's what they choose to do. My only goal in just being there and having Houston Locs, as far as the page and the salon and everything, it was really, it started out to just make extra money, help myself.
Yeah.
And then I realized I needed help.
Yeah.
Because we were in the middle of the pandemic. So all the salons and restaurants and bars and everything was closed. So there was nobody really doing hair.
Yeah.
Other than me.
Yeah.
And probably, a few people doing it at their house. But it was a time where like everybody was so very, for a good reason, like really cautious and not wanting to be around, other people.
Yeah.
So when I started, I really just was doing house calls one-on-one. I would wear a mask. They would wear a mask. Reach with their hair and, be done. So, and then it started to, at the time I was working at University of Houston.
Okay.
And it just started to be where I couldn't do hair. People would call during the day, like, hey, can you do my hair at 10 a.m.? And I'm like, I'm at work.
Right.
And I would be like, I'm not available at that time.
Yeah.
But, I can do it after 6, because I was doing hair after 6 p.m. So for the first 3 months of opening Houston Locs, I would wake up at 6. I'd go to work at 8. I'd get off at 5.
Wow.
And then I'd eat something, change. And then from 6 to about 12 midnight, I would be doing hair, right? And usually, sometimes it was the faux locks. The faux locks take about 5 or 6 hours.
Wow.
So I was probably getting home around 1 o'clock in the morning. And again, I'd wake up and do the 8 to 5. And I did that for about 3 months.
Wow.
Just back to back to back to back. I would take my poor daughter with me to the appointments and stuff. So then that's when I realized I'm like, I need help. Yeah. I can't take these people during the day. Yeah. And I'm over, there's people like they were waiting. And then when it got to be 2 weeks out, like if I didn't have anything available until like,
oh, wow.
3 weeks later.
Okay, but
I was like, yeah, that's not, I don't want to tell people. They needed their hair done today.
Yeah.
So I need to provide, so really since then, even until now, I've been just trying to keep up.
Yeah.
Keep up with the demand. So that's when I said, well, let me get 2 or 3 people. So there was actually 2 girls in my house working all day from maybe 9 to 6 while I was at work.
Wow.
And even that was a little it was, because I didn't know these girls. I was just trusting. I'm a very trusting person.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's good and sometimes it's not. But I was just trusting, that they were there retwisting hair.
Yeah.
And so that's how it started until I got the Phoenix Salon Suites. But at the house, it was getting too crowded. So
Yeah.
I was like, this doesn't feel, we're too close together. And we're still in the pandemic.
Yeah.
So I was like, I got to get something. Yeah.
But you did. And then when you did, it expanded so quick. I mean, the expansion was really quick, very seriously.
I think people are scared to grow. When you do allow yourself to expand and that when the growth starts to happen, then you have to kind of step up and do maybe whatever things you don't even feel like doing. At that point, once things start growing and it's like going full speed, there's no time to really just sit down and rest. There's no time to play around. There's no time you really can't do anything other than keep up with what you have going on, because just depending on where you want it to go, and I think some people are either the consistency may not be there, the discipline may not be there. If any of those things are lacking, then it's not going to work. It's not going to work out.
No, but you're right about the discipline part. I mean, it is discipline. I don't know how. I mean, look at her, y'all. She's gorgeous, and I don't know when she sleeps, to be honest, because
maybe 4 hours.
I mean, she is working, and I absolutely adore you. I think that you're an inspiration. Like, I mean, you have made your dreams come true. You really have.
They're still not all the way true yet.
Okay, so these dreams, because, our purpose changes, right? And as time goes on, as we grow and evolve, our dreams change or grow. And I do understand that she's an artist also.
Yeah, I paint. So
yes.
That has been to the side for 2 years. So I barely started back up painting a little bit, but it's hard.
Yeah.
Because I have to go with what's making me money now. Or, art makes money. And
sure.
Don't get me wrong. And I would love to go full time and just be an artist and just live off of my artwork. But art is more passive income.
Okay.
You could sell a piece today or you could sell it 3 years later or a couple months.
Yeah.
So it's not just
consistent.
It's not really to pay the bills right away. So definitely I'd be a starving artist.
Yeah.
But so I'm not in that place yet. I think once I get to a place where I'm financially secure enough to where I don't need to work every single day, then that the painting will come back in.
I love that, though.
It's been on the back burner. I have a few things that have been on the back burner.
Yeah.
While Houston Locs has been growing, because there's so much to do on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And so much to keep up with. It's like I said, you can't really just stop and just do what what you feel like. When you're growing and when you have goals, it's like you can't always do what you feel like doing, or when you don't feel like doing something, something else suffers.
Oh yeah, you have to keep going. You have to keep going, and stopping is not an option. As far as and then even like in where I'm at now, I can't just close shop and go home, right? Because then there's 4 or 5 other people that are relying on the space for their income. So it's not like I can be like, oh, I quit today, or oh, I'm not going to do this, or I'm not going to post, or I'm not. It's like there's a lot of things I do. I probably don't feel like doing that. I bet. I have to. Need to. You do all your social media, right?
I do, yeah.
See, and that's a full-time job all by itself. Literally. Yeah. But you do. You're always, it's current. She does her reels. She's on it. And I don't know how you do it.
And then now it's like second nature. It's like I wake up and my eyes are halfway open and I post. But it's because I'm like, I'm going to be busy later. I need to post it now, because if I don't get it off in rotation right now, I won't do it later, because I'm doing hair. It's probably like 6 to 8 hours until I can actually touch my phone again. Yeah. And then again, once I'm home, probably another 2 or 3 hours just working on stuff to make sure that the next day is good, or this next week is good. The locticians send stuff. I got to repost that. So a lot of the things that I do for the business is literally for the business and everyone inside of it. It's not even for me.
Just for you only.
Yeah.
Well, Houston Locs is a whole brand. Yeah. It literally is. So what motivates you? What keeps you motivated?
What keeps me motivated?
Yeah.
I think being able to know that after, because when you work so hard and like I said, you're sacrificing your own self and things that you want to do. It's once you get to that point that you were trying to get to, then it's more like I feel like I can relax. I know where the end goal is for me.
Yes.
And once I get there, I'm like, okay, if I'm in that place, okay, then I'll be able to like back up some. But right now I'm in the transition of trying to stop doing hair so I can focus on the other side of the business.
Yes.
But it's really hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard, especially when you have people that are used to you doing it. People like you.
Well, I mean, I'm not a new client, so.
Don't want me to, pass them on to someone else. And I think, unfortunately, some of, especially newer clients, they don't want to feel like they're being passed on. Because, like I said, having locks sometimes for some people is a very spiritual, intimate journey. And they usually just want to have one person doing their hair.
Yeah.
We have the luxury of in the salon, at least we have 4 or 5 locticians in-house.
True. Other
you don't have to go to a whole entire other salon. You can go to another loctician, but they're there.
And they're good.
Probably right next to me.
Yeah.
And they do such good work and some better than I do, as far as styles and different, everyone has their own techniques.
True.
And their own, they specialize in certain things.
Yeah.
And some have been doing it for a long time. So their work is, I feel like if their work wasn't good,
they wouldn't be in Houston Locs.
They wouldn't be there.
No.
So I know new clients really don't know.
Yeah.
And I've had people ask me, like when they call and they're like, "Can I book an appointment?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And they're like, "Can you send me your work?" And I was like, "You can go to the page."
Yeah. There's a whole portfolio there.
Yeah. But it makes me laugh every time they ask me, "Can I send them my work so they can look at it and make sure that it's good enough for them." So, but I'd rather just refer them to a page,
Yeah.
And, but like I said, everyone specializes in different things.
Sure.
And I do a lot of reconstruction. The big jobs that take 10 hours, 8 hours, 20 hours, stuff like what we did to your hair. For me, I know they're longer. Yeah. Some people are like, that takes so long. Why would you even like doing that?
Yeah.
But I do.
Yeah.
I do like doing it. And like hair that you have to like kind of cut open and divide.
Yeah.
And detox
reconstruct.
And get all this junk out and like redo it's like, to me, that's like, it's therapeutic. I don't know.
It's a calling. It has to be.
Because you have people that like doing that. Usually touch that kind of hair.
Yeah.
But I think also that's where we come in as far as we get a lot of people who have really, really serious issues. Either lots of damage or alopecia or psoriasis on the scalp, eczema. There's so many different issues I think people don't realize when dealing with natural hair.
Yeah.
Or people who really hadn't seen what was going on with their scalp until they actually had like natural hair.
Yeah.
Things like that. So we deal with a lot of, serious hair issues.
Yeah.
It was just a bad hair day. So we don't do only retwists. We do a lot of reconstruction, a lot of repairing locks, a lot of combining locks. Just, whatever is best for the client, whatever, that's the purpose of the consultations is to make sure, like, what do you want to do with your hair?
What's your goal?
Yeah. Just like you would sit down with a fitness instructor and kind of talk about your diet. But that's another thing. Some people have issues with their scalp and skin, and they're not realizing it's their diet.
Yeah.
They may not drink water. They're eating a lot of greasy food or fattening food. It's just, all of that comes out of the pores of your skin, whether your skin or your hair. So that stuff like that causes a lot of buildup. You even have some dandruff that's crystallizing. And I know nobody probably knows what I'm talking about, but it's really serious. So people, I think, need to, and what I've learned in this journey is that we actually have to learn how to take care of our bodies from the inside out. Right. Same thing for your skin.
Yeah.
If you know what you eat and then you break out, then you shouldn't eat that. So you won't have, so your skin can clear up.
It's true.
Same thing for your hair.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's good. I love that. I love that. It's been a good journey, though. I mean, clearly, you're smiling. You're still standing. And Houston Locs, y'all, like I said, it's an international brand, literally. And here she is.
We do have some people who they'll follow the page for like a year, a year and a half. Mm-hmm. I've had people say they've been following for 2 years.
Yeah.
Just watching. Yeah. They just watch until they're ready.
Yeah.
So when they're, and that, that makes me feel good that they've been watching all this time. Mm-hmm. And I actually do see, like, I can see the most common names or when you go in the stories, who's watching, it's like the same people, same 50 people, same 30 people every single day. Mm-hmm. And you do have people who are interested, but they're not ready yet.
Yeah.
They have a lot of questions. Mm-hmm. They don't know if, especially someone like if they're used to getting different hairstyles every couple of months, they just don't want to do locks, but they don't realize they can actually switch up their style if they wanted to. Just depending on what kind of locks you get.
Yeah.
There's so many questions, especially about like tiny locks or regular locks or thicker locks or wicks. Things like that. There's so many different types of locks. Mm-hmm. Just a lot of things that not everybody knows.
Yeah.
There's so much. I always tell the locticians at the salon, it's so important to be knowledgeable when doing these consultations and with working with people, because everybody has different questions, because everybody has different issues and goals for their hair. So I think my main priority in the business up front is probably the customer service.
Yes. Which
knowledge,
is awesome.
And quality.
Yes.
Quality work. So if those things, I feel like if those things are lacking, then I'm probably going to have a conversation with somebody about either one of those things, because I feel like I have a standard. Mm-hmm. I don't really hound anybody on you need to do this and this our way.
Yeah.
Because everyone comes from a different setting or a different city or different salon, and they've been trained different ways, which is good for versatility. But those are my priorities.
Yeah.
Is make sure the client's okay, first of all, and that they're being serviced and satisfied and feeling loved when they come in or when they leave. Mm-hmm. And because I don't think until I got into this industry that I realized how much hair means to people.
Oh, it's everything.
You have some people like, I am not my hair, and they just shave it off.
Yeah.
And
they're fine.
But then you have the other type of people that this is their crown. This is what makes them feel beautiful or ugly. Or
it's emotional.
There's people that go through depression. Some people, before they even have gotten their hair repaired or fixed or installed or whatever they're getting, you have people who they're going through depression.
Yeah.
They're suffering, they're going through something and they're trying to switch it up and they want to feel better about themselves. So to me, this is it's more than hair.
Yeah.
It's more about some of our clients' mental and emotional state, and which is why I try to be so careful with how people are treated when they come,
I love that.
Because you never know what someone's going through outside of work or outside of, where you see them every day. Because people can either put on a mask or whatever, but really dealing with clients one-on-one, you get a little bit more understanding of what their life is like if they're willing to tell you.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Sure.
I have very few clients that they probably know my personal life and ask me how, things are going and stuff like that. So it's therapeutic.
I was going to say, it is a therapy session for me. I love it though. I mean, it's always, I always feel, you're right about how people are perceived as far as their hair is concerned. It's very important. I know for myself, it's an emotional thing. It is. But to go into a salon to get your hair done and just the overall experience, it matters. It matters. And people don't mind paying for that. Sometimes it's not even about what is going on, and not necessarily with hair, but in any service, if they're treated right, sometimes that's all that matters.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And like I said, some people want to talk or vent.
Yeah.
And some people don't want to talk at all. And I kind of go off of what the client is.
Just kind of gauge it.
I go off the vibe.
Yeah.
Because some people just want to close their eyes and get their hair done and not talk. Like, they don't want to talk. They just want to, it is therapeutic, but they just kind of want to, maybe take a nap, you know? So I let them take a nap.
Best naps ever. Best snaps.
So I love to take a nap. And maybe I might not feel like talking. I may be in my own head, like thinking about everything I got to do tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I get quiet sometimes. So I'm just working.
She's just in the zone.
They let me work and, I let them sleep.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Guilty. I love it. Well, I want to just ask one more thing. So as far as the future goes, like I was saying earlier, purpose changes and dreams change. So what are your goals like for the near future and for the distant future? Where would you like to see Houston Locs?
So I don't think I ever really even thought of having a salon or imagined myself being a salon owner. I did know that I would be a business owner or something entrepreneurial, and I think I felt my whole life that I would be someone important.
Yes.
Right? So, but it never occurred to me that I was going to have a salon, and that wasn't like my goal.
Yeah.
Even when I started Houston Locs, I wasn't thinking, I'm going to get a salon.
Yeah.
And, but so right now, we're at, like I said, we're in the Galleria. So we're on Westheimer and Fountain View. It's a good location.
Excellent location.
The person that was there before, I think she was a stylist from Miami. So she does mostly Hispanic people's hair and Caucasian hair and color and cuts and that kind of thing. So it's more like going to super cuts is what she had. So when she moved to that corner, she didn't realize it was this predominantly Black community, and and it's a lot of natural hair, a lot of braids, a lot of faux locks, a lot of so so when I came along to see if I could rent the space or buy the space, she was so happy about just handing it
like
over.
Here you go. Sure.
Yeah. So it's been pretty good as far as like walk through traffic, things like that, and I feel like in the coming year so it's gonna grow even more once people realize that we're there. Yeah, because some people, if they're familiar with something, they'll just walk in. Sure. So right now it's pretty much appointments only, but so the idea is really to kind of just to grow the salon if possible. There have been some times where I don't want to do the salon at all. And I kind of want to go off and do something else. But like I told you, there's goals in place, and I can't really get there if I don't kind of continue the journey. But the ultimate goal, I think, for next year is kind of move more towards the products, the Houston Locs products. And so people can have, things at home like the retwisting gel and oil and sprays and moisturizer, things like that. And there's some special stuff that I want to do with those things to make it available really on a nationwide level. Yes. Get. And whether it's, we've talked about this.
Well, you've used some
Target
of your products. Well, yeah, Sephora everywhere.
H-E-B or Walmart, whatever. Just so that I can expand it that way. Yeah. And I feel like that would be a more faster way for me to kind of be able to then shift the business and be more product oriented and merchandise oriented versus a salon. Yes. And then keeping the salon, I'd probably have to be there a little bit more and decide, okay, what's best. The hardest part is like deciding what is best for me first, what is best for everybody else. Yeah. And I really, personally, I'm always worried about what's best for everybody else. Yeah. Because I don't want to, you have that feeling that you don't want to let anybody down. Yeah. So that's really hard. Yeah. Especially when
you have a big heart.
Everybody else's interests may not be what's best for you, right? And but at the same time, it's like you have to either juggle or choose. I hate choosing.
I know. I understand. Well, that's what happens when your heart is as big as the state of Texas. It's not your fault.
Like making decisions that are such a. I feel like it would be a big impact. Yeah. So I'm still in the process of like, what am I gonna do? Yeah. But so we're gonna stay, for now with the salon, and I've hired 2 more locticians. Okay. So I want to see, how, and we have a barber, and we have Gigi, she does nails. Amazing. And so I'm looking for an esthetician, somebody, because I have one more private room in the back that's available. But so there's a lot of growth still that's able to happen, and I want to kind of see that through before quitting. Yeah. I would feel like I'm quitting. Yeah. And I don't want to quit, but even though it is, like I said, it's really hard, but I kind of want to see that through, and then on the side still kind of establish what I want to do as far as the products.
Make your dreams.
And then once that gets rolling,
yeah,
then I know where I need to be financially to kind of make that shift and make other things happen. Whether it's get a bigger salon and just not be there at all and have nothing but locticians and barbers, or just completely detach and kind of focus on what needs to be a nationwide thing that I want to happen. So,
well, you're on your way though. You're on your way though, y'all. She's amazing.
The traveling, I need to work that back in because I missed traveling.
Yes. No, I agree. I understand that. I do. Well, tell everyone where they can find you.
We are, for Instagram, you can go to @Houston Locs.
Yes.
LOCS. And we will be the very first Houston Locs there at the top. And we're on Westheimer and Fountain View, 5901 Westheimer by the Galleria. It's across from, if you know where Fat Crab's at and Spotlight Karaoke and Nomad. We're across the street from Nomad. What else? That's about it.
Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everything is pretty much on the Instagram page at the top. If you need to book or something, the link is in the bio. When you message the DMs, I answer the DMs still, and I answer the text messages. And so some things are going to change in the next couple of months as far as, like DMs and automated messages.
Yeah, they have to.
Locticians having their own private booking link and things like that, because that will kind of alleviate me from having to
manage it all. Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that we, like when we have meetings and stuff, that we talk about. So it's just little by little, we're trying to figure out how we can keep growing, keep going, but definitely in a more, a unanimous way.
Yeah.
So we don't have, because if you have conflict in a salon, when the clients get there, they feel that.
Of course.
Yeah, they feel that.
Yeah.
So, want to try to just, keep it professional, keep growing, and
she's doing that.
We do.
Definitely growing and successful mogul in the making right here, y'all. Yes, she is a beautiful, badass boss. She is. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And thank you all for being here. Again, this is the Jaie Williams Experience. Thank you for experiencing Marie with me. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.